The
Smoke
clock on the
curled into the
nightstand
night
glowed,
sky.
glowing orange against the darkness, a monster-breathing flame. Sirens wailed. Flames tore at walls, windows exploding outward in a roar. Through the blaze came a figure in turnout gear, helmet glinting, hose in hand, face streaked with ash yet fierce with purpose. He burst into the burning home. People had fled. Neighbors watched. The structure trembled. Then he heard something faint, terrified. A whimper. A bark. He dropped to his knees through the smoke and flame and pulled, choking, coughing, a black and tan German shepherd dog from the inferno. It would be his last human rescue. But in saving that dog, he didn't know he was forging his own guardian angel. It was 2:17 a.m. when the alarm box lit up at Station 45. A house fire, 3 blocks east. Captain Marcus Reed jolted awake, boots already on in the dark. His partner, Luis, grabbed air tank and axe. They slid down the pole, sirens roaring. The night was thick with smoke even before they arrived. Neighbors were already out, faces full of fear and urgency. Flames licked the eaves. Marcus felt the heat on his face before the door gave. The house's wooden frame was old. As they forced entry, he saw shadows dancing in the smoky haze, furniture collapsing, beams falling, blackened walls. No people, no voices, but then sound. A terrified bark echoing from a room upstairs. He and Luis climbed, crawling through debris and heat. Up a smoke-choked corridor. They found her. A German shepherd, shaking, eyes wild, trapped under collapsed ceiling beams, smoke stinging her lungs. Without hesitation, Marcus lifted the beam, cradled the dog, and carried her out through the inferno, coughing, collapsing, burning hands. Outside, the dog coughed, gasped, but wagged weakly when Marcus set her down. Marcus looked at her, black tan coat, soulful eyes, trembling. He carried her into the ambulance as paramedics arrived. That dog, whom he would later name Valor, survived. Marcus was injured, but alive. That night, he saved a life that would one day save his. Months passed. Marcus nursed burned hands. Valor recovered from smoke inhalation and fractured ribs. Marcus became her adoptive father. He brought her to the fire station. The crew laughed. "You rescued her. Now she's part of the crew." Valor wore a small custom patch on her collar, Station 45's dog. She'd greet every returning fire engine, wag at boots, sit at the dispatch office. Kids showed up for station tours just to see her. But Valor also bore scars, startled at flares, flinched at sirens, sometimes trembled in loud storms. Marcus was patient. He trained, comforted, made her safe. In return, Valor became part of his life, not as a tool, but as family. Years passed. Marcus advanced to deputy captain. He led dangerous calls. Valor aged. Her muzzle grayed. But she never lost her spirit, always by his side. Marcus would later say, "She's the only one who never left me when the world fell apart." One summer evening, lightning storms rolled through the city. Power flickered. The station responded to flooding, collapsed structures, and downed power lines. Marcus returned late, exhausted. He entered the house, Valor padded behind. He didn't see the fraying electrical wire trailing across his studio room floor. He didn't notice the damp carpet, the hum of current leaking through the wet fibers, until sparks flashed near his feet. Valor barked. Sharp, urgent. Marcus froze. He looked down, the wire arced, smoke curling. The room was quick to ignite. Valor jumped forward, body low, pushing Marcus backward, even biting at the cable to pull him away. Marcus yanked back, stumbled. The outlet exploded. Flames spit up. Marcus fell against the wall, disoriented, hearing the crackle and hiss. Smoke stung his lungs. Valor, despite age, jumped across the carpet, gripping the cable in her teeth, pulling backward with all her strength. Sparks flew around her jaws. Marcus staggered backward, then Valor released, collapsed. The cable snapped. Fire licked from the outlet and began spreading. Marcus lunged for his radio, stumbling to get help. He coughed, vision blurry. Valor whimpered, trembling. But she had done it. She had saved Marcus's life. Marcus forced himself to rise. His eyes burned. Smoke filled the room. He dialed 911, voice rasping. "Fire my house, help." Valor lay motionless near the outlet. His eyes moved to her first. She'd saved him. He forced himself to her side, scooped her gently, coughing. He dragged himself through the corridors, hallways collapsing, ceiling beams dropping, walls cracking. Flames were everywhere. He made it outside, Valor cradled in his arms. The heat pressed on them. He collapsed into the street. Firefighters from Station 45 arrived. His crew. They rushed to him. They rushed to Valor. Medic crews swarmed. Hose lines, ladders, masks. Marcus, burned and coughing, watched as they pulled Valor out, assess her condition.
She was weak,
but alive. He reached for her head, whispered, "You always had my back, girl." Tears streaked his soot-smeared face. In the hospital, Marcus lay bandaged, breathing tube in place. Valor was by his side in her own crate, groggy but gradually recovering. The fire marshal's office investigated. The faulty wiring in Marcus's house was found to be the culprit, a rare, dangerous leak through damp insulation and outdated wiring. Marcus was told he had seconds less than he'd survived. Valor had acted instinctively, lunging, biting, pulling. Media caught wind. Local news ran the story. Firefighter saved by his own fire dog. At Station 45, the crew hung framed photos. Marcus carrying Valor from the blaze years ago, Valor biting the wire in his home. The contrast, a dog saved, then returning the favor. Valor received an honorary award at City Council. The mayor called her the hero on four paws. At the ceremony, Marcus knelt to her, his hand on her muzzle. Valor looked back, tired but proud. Valor's physical recovery was slow. She had smoke-damaged lungs. She limped from a paw injury. But she healed. Marcus, haunted by guilt and gratitude, took time off duty. He and Valor spent quiet days in his backyard, visiting fire memorials, walking slow, just being together. Valentine's Day the next year, Marcus adopted a puppy from a shelter in Valor's name. He named him Flame. Flame and Valor became companions, joy and memory. But every night, Valor would curl at Marcus's feet. Marcus would stroke her head and whisper, "You saved me twice." She would wag quietly, eyes half closed, as though she understood. In the years after, Marcus and Valor visited schools, fire stations, shelters. They told the story. Rescue breeds loyalty. Kids asked why he saved the dog. He answered, "Because a life is a life." One evening, as the sun dipped behind the skyline, Marcus sat on his porch. Valor lay beside him, red bandana still on, muzzle dusted with gray. He looked at her and said softly, "You were the last rescue I ever expected to come home with me. You were the one." Valor looked up, tail tapped the porch wood. Marcus sighed, eyes wet. Sometimes, the ones we save become the ones who save us. Valor was rescued from flames. Valor dragged her father from danger. She never forgot. If stories like this move you, share this. Subscribe to Hero Paws for more legends of loyalty and courage. Because heroism doesn't always wear armor. Sometimes it runs on four paws.